Welcome back to MTN Live in the Mountain. Here on the couch with us, we have Becca Saunders and Loretta Clausen, and they're here with us today from the Democratic Women's Club of Watauga County. How are you ladies doing today?
Fine, thank you. Glad to be here.
Wonderful.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming in.
I know.
Absolutely.
So let's hear a little bit about the history of the Democratic Women's Club.
Well, we've been around a long time. I'm the current chair of the organization,
Okay.
and Loretta is going to be elected on Wednesday as
That's what I
chair.
heard.
But
Well, if
she
they
has-
vote for me.
Yeah, they will. She has a very long history with the organization because she was chair for a very long time, so I'm going to let her speak a little bit about the history.
Okay. I think that it actually started in the 70s. I was not a part in the 70s. I came on in the 80s. And then I was chair from 1991 through 2003. I think I did 12 years as chair. And then before me was Jan Lamb. She was an attorney. You remember her, Rebecca?
Yeah.
She was an attorney here. And Chris Hansen, a wonderful lady who moved here from Chicago, she was chair. And then after me, I know Glenda Hubbard was chair.
Yeah,
and
Debbie Grant was a chair at one point.
And Becca has been a wonderful chair, doing very well. And also, she represents us at the 5th District.
Okay.
Which is very, very good. But yeah, long history with Democrat women. We've got an excellent group, and we hear a lot of interesting, it's not all about politics. It's about issues that are happening in the community, and I think that's one of the things that's really good. During the election season, we probably would have the candidates on, but other months we have informative information issues and
Local nonprofits.
Local nonprofits just bring those in. So it's a wonderful group, really is.
It's great, yeah. Talk about where you guys meet and how often you guys meet as well.
Okay.
Well, that's in the process of changing.
Okay.
We have been meeting on a regular Wednesday at the end of the month, but we want to leave it wide open for our new people. Loretta.
We come on in April.
They start in April, and Sue Counts is going to be our vice chair. She wanted to be here today, but had something else. She couldn't come. But we want to let them do what they want to do. So we have been meeting on a regular Wednesday of the month, always at lunchtime, usually at the library, sometimes at a restaurant. But we want them to have free reign, so we'll see what they come up with. We're meeting this coming Wednesday, for the first time at Joe's Italian Kitchen.
Okay.
That should be good.
Yeah, it's going to be
He's got
an
great food.
interesting venue, and he's giving us the part of the restaurant that's usually open at night. He opens it during lunch for meetings like ours, so he's going to let us.
The jazzed up area over
Yes,
there?
Yeah.
Yes, right. We had a chamber meeting there
So
the
it
other
gives
day.
us a little bit of privacy in his
Yeah.
restaurant to have a meeting like this.
So how does an average meeting go? Do you guys start off, does one person, I guess the chair, speak first, then you go over issues?
Well, as long as I've been doing it, and I'm a relative newcomer, I guess, we have a business meeting at first, and we make announcements and do business. We meet at 11:30 right now, and we have social time for half an hour, and then the speaker comes at noon and speaks for 20 minutes or so. We like to leave a lot of time for questions and answers and discussion. Extremely informal and a comfortable place to be. If we don't have a large group, we just sit around the table and chat.
Democrats
sometimes
always
that's the most
have
fun.
something to talk about.
That's true. That's true.
We're a large umbrella, so there sometimes are differences of opinion and how we should proceed and everything. But it's always good. It's always a good, lively group.
But sometimes we need audio-visual equipment if the speaker requires that, and so it's good to be at the library when we need that. And so it fluctuates all the time, but it's always a fun place to be where you learn a lot about passionate issues that speak to women. So.
And you and I were talking about earlier, you say you do focus on the issues, sometimes rather than the politics. What kind of issues are y'all focusing on right now, or maybe would like to focus on in the future?
We typically focus on issues that are important to women because that's who we are. Although we welcome
encourage men.
Yeah,
they
men.
just can't. They can't be an officer.
And they can't be a
We love to
member,
have them come.
but we love them to come.
Yeah, we love for them to come.
So
They
we're
just
a
can't
mixed
hold it.
audience.
Yeah.
But
We always have men.
things like child care is important to women. Health
Education.
care is important. Education.
Susan Phipps did a great presentation on education. She's an educator.
Oh, good.
So you were there, weren't you?
I think I was.
That was at
yeah.
town hall.
Yeah.
Right.
But so issues that are important to women are what matter to us. The women's rights, not telling women how to behave, women can control themselves just fine. The legislation that's come out in North Carolina recently about exposing breasts is just...
We thought that was a very interesting
the most
thing.
hypocritical thing I've ever heard of in my life. I mean, Republicans who don't want government to intrude are now creating a dress code for women. You know, something's wrong with that picture. I don't understand the legislation anyway. It's ridiculous if you ask me. But there are a lot of issues that are important to women.
And I think one of the ones that we may focus on in April will be immigration. That's a great topic.
That'll be a fun
And that
topic,
is something that affects us here in the high country, because we do have several Hispanics here, and
Especially,
we want,
I mean, even Christmas tree time. And all
yeah,
that
Christmas
stuff, too.
tree
I mean,
time, and how this comes about. And I think we're going to get someone from their community to speak to issues on immigration.
I hope you'll focus on gun control sometime.
We probably
I think that
will.
might be a good topic
What
to discuss.
about some national stuff? I mean, we are talking a little bit about some national stuff, like even Obamacare. Has that come up sometimes?
Well, a lot of it is advantageous for women, the program is,
Right.
and it does come up. For instance, Alice Salthouse is going to be our speaker.
Yeah, that's what I was
this
going to
coming
tell you. Yeah,
Wednesday,
right.
and she's all about health. You know, her history of working for the Blowing Rock Hospital and Appalachian Regional Healthcare System, and now she's in charge of this high country.
It's the high country. It's
Health.
like the new healthcare. Remember, she came
Yep.
in here talking. They had their grand opening earlier in January.
Right,
They're
so
doing
she's going to be our
great
speaker.
things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
This
hopefully
Wednesday.
she'll kind of
Yeah.
cater her talk to women's issues of health care, which is what we tell our speakers, to focus on women when it comes to this issue. So.
Okay. Well,
be
if
an
somebody
interesting
wants to come to these meetings, how can they find out about them, and how can they get involved?
Well, there's a few things. We have a Facebook page. We're technically called Democratic Women of Watauga County, and you can find a Facebook page if you do a search for that. We don't have a website per se, but the Watauga County Democratic Party has a website, and they feature what we're doing on their website.
Okay.
And if they want to come, for instance, to this meeting on Wednesday, they would contact me at my email address, which is Becca, B-E-C-K-A, 6 Saunders, S-A-U-N-D-E-R-S, @gmail.com. But we work out of the trunks of our cars,
Right.
like a lot of nonprofits do that can't afford office space. So it's best to reach me at home.
And you can call me. People
Yeah,
call me all the
yeah.
time, leave messages, and I get back to them, 264-3093.
Yeah, and
That's
my home
Loretta
is
Clausen.
297-4123.
So anyone can come to these meetings.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We invite people to come and are thrilled when newcomers are there. It's really good.
Yeah.
We do a little introduction at the beginning of the meeting so everybody can kind of see the new people, but it's a very open group.
Yeah, I know it's definitely busy, especially back in election time and everything. So
Oh,
do you
yeah.
guys ever do any work with some of the ASU students, some of the people that are part of the...
Some of the students come to our meetings,
Okay.
the ones who are actively involved
Yeah,
in the
like the
Democrat
Democratic-
Party.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, those college Dems are the best.
Yeah, they're
they
really
are
active and
absolutely
busy all the
great.
time.
They are busy, and we have a lot of young people. We try to reach out to young people because you're the future.
Yeah.
We got to turn it over to you one of these days. So we want you to be prepared, and we really work well with the younger people. Yeah, they're a big part of our party.
So I want to talk about the little cards you have in your hand.
Oh, I
I saw them earlier, and I wanted to talk about them because they look cool.
Well, I just drag these cards around wherever I go. They're called Women Who Dare, and I got them from the Library of Congress. And I take them to our meetings and throw
And
them
put 'em
around
out on the table. Becca gets them out
and
on the
if we ever
table.
get a chance, and typically we don't because we're talking too much, we share the card that we happen to pick up or one that speaks to us.
So it's just a great woman.
Yeah,
in
it's
history.
it's women in history who have, like Sanger, for instance, and all sorts of women, and even the ones that you would recognize, you learn something new about them when you read the card. So it's mainly an inspiration tool for people to get them fired up, to make a difference in this world.
That's great. Do you guys have anything coming up? Any events coming up?
Well, this Wednesday meeting is coming up. Our March meeting, we will be featuring a woman named Katie Munger, who will come from Raleigh to speak to us. She's with Progress NC, I believe, and she's just going to come talk to us about what's happening in Raleigh with legislation these days.
That's going to be interesting because that's a happening place
Yeah.
very fast.
And that one will be the fourth Wednesday of the month, and we haven't decided quite where yet. So.
And then in April, what we're looking at is the second Wednesday of the month, because that follows our meeting that we have, our regular executive meeting, right? So we can put that out at that point. So that's what we're looking for in April. And like I say, I think our topic will probably be immigration.
And we've ranged from 60 members that come to a luncheon to 10, so it fluctuates all the time. We hope to get more new members now that Loretta's coming on board. We're excited about
I'm getting on the phone.
Yes.
Okay, we haven't seen you in a while. Would you like to come?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Sioux Council bring in some new members too. I think people.
Yes,
will be
Sue's
glad
retired
to have her
from
back.
the Ag Center now, and she can jump right in. And we're excited about Sue coming on because she's a great lady.
That's awesome. Is there anything else that you guys would like to say?
Well, our annual dues are $20 per year.
And that pays for a whole year.
Yeah, and at this upcoming meeting, we'll be collecting membership dues. So hopefully we'll have a lot of people come and join at that meeting. So.
Yeah, but it's just once a year. That's all you have to pay, once a year.
That's really good.
$20.
Only $20.
Yeah, $20, right? Yes.
And so right now it's the third Wednesday of every month?
That's right.
That's right. Sign up if you're interested.
Or is it third or fourth?
Sorry, fourth
Fourth
Wednesday of the month.
Fourth Wednesday,
Fourth Wednesday.
and then April, and we
It'll
didn't
be
want
the
to
second.
confuse. Yes,
It'll be the
right,
second.
absolutely.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming
Thank
and talking.
you.
Yeah, thank you guys again.
Yeah, it's been fun. Thanks.
Right, thank
We'll be
you.
back in a minute with more MTN Channel 18.